Here we go, here are the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the Glendale Arena here in Glendale, Arizona for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Vlad Wharton's Millennium Events in association with Gary Shaw Productions, Ring Pros, Nemiroff, and Showtime. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the IBF President Marion Muhammad, Supervisor Aaron Kaiser, along with the Arizona State Boxing Commission. The chairwoman is Mary Rose Wilcox, Commissioners Richard Saunders and Lionel Ruiz, and the Executive Director John Montano. Our physicians at ringside, Dr. Robin McDougall and Dr. Charles Howard. Timekeeper at the bell, Martin Dominguez. Keeping count of the knockdowns, Bill Buck. Introducing to you our three judges scoring this bout from ringside. From Washington, D.C., Paul Artiste. From Phoenix, Arizona, Howard Ritchie. And from Lennox Head, New South Wales in Australia, John Wright. Now presenting our referee in charge of the action, working in this, his 77th world title bout, Raul Kais Sr. All right, fans, here we go with our main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Junior Welterweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Glendale, Arizona, it's showtime! Introducing to you first the challenger on my left. He is fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring wearing black and gold trunks, fighting out of our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., by way of Tacoma Park, Maryland. He weighed in at the junior welterweight limit of 140 pounds even. His record stands at 55 wins, 3 losses, with 31 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former WBA Super Lightweight World Champion and the current interim IBF Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, known as the Little Big Man, introducing Sharmba Mitchell. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks, fighting out of and representing Sydney, Australia, by way of Sarov, Russia. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 140 pounds even. His record stands at 30 wins, only 1 defeat, 1 no decision, with 24 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former undisputed world champion at 140 pounds, the current WBC Super Lightweight Champion Emeritus, and the defending IBF Junior Welterweight Champion of the World. Please welcome the Thunder from Down Under, introducing Kostya Tszyu. Once again, our referee in charge, Raul Kais, now giving instructions, 12 rounds of championship boxing schedule.
Right here is fine. Keep your punches up. Good luck to both of you. Remember, here's fine. Let's go.
In a week dominated in America by the battle of the political heavyweights, boxing gives you a fight for supremacy in the hottest, most intriguing, most talented division in boxing, the light welterweights, the 10-stone division. Among the crowd here, Ricky Hatton's trainer, Billy Graham. Hatton, the mandatory challenger, remember, for the winner of this fight between the world's top 2, although the likes of Floyd Mayweather and Miguel Cotto and Vivian Harris and Arturo Gatti might have something to say about that. The slippery southpaw in the blue and yellow skirt type trunks, that's Sharmba Mitchell with the pleated hair, and the black of Kostya Tszyu, the rugged Russian, now Australian, who can be a slow starter. He was nailed a lot by Zab Judah when those two fought before Tszyu found the punches to win that quick.
Well, as expected, Mitchell looking that little bit sharper. He's a good on-top fighter, Mitchell. He'll be expecting ring rust from Tszyu. So I would imagine Tszyu want to make an impression as soon as he possibly can, maybe take some of the confidence away.
Good southpaw jab by Mitchell, who's got loads of speed. Nice fast left hand as well, establishing those punches early. Watch for that, the fast jab and the left cross from Mitchell. But these two knocking on in years a bit now. Tszyu's 35, Mitchell 34.
Tszyu at his best, one of the things that makes him so difficult to face, he can actually come forward and counter punch. He's good at drawing leads, getting inside, but his head is looking a little bit stationary in the opening round here, a little bit too easy to catch, but he's getting close now. He wants to rough Mitchell up a little bit. Not a bad idea.
It's a good fast start this by Mitchell, who's doing more in the first round. Kind of expected that in a way. He can be slow out of the blocks, can Tszyu. That's a lovely left hand again. He doesn't slip punches that well. He's often not that pretty to watch, Kostya Tszyu, but my goodness me, he's pretty effective.
But he's getting close to Mitchell, and I'm sure he'll be pleased about that. Mitchell needs the distance. He needs to keep this at long range. That's a good left hook from Tszyu.
And a right as well. He'll definitely have the extra power. Just a little bit worried there as the heads clashed. And I wonder if there's any damage accruing by the head of Kostya Tszyu from that. They'll have to watch that on the inside. Another right hand again from Tszyu. He won't mind this rugged stuff on the inside.
Well, it's been a good start from Mitchell. He'd be happy with the first couple of minutes, but he won't be happy with the last minute of the round. Tszyu is getting far too close, getting his punches off. Mitchell really on the defensive, not been allowed to use that jab.
Might need more mobility than this, Mitchell. Just wonder whether the speed is still in those legs at 34. Let's see.
See, Tszyu never was fast, but he knows how to cut the ring down, he knows how to get close, and he doesn't mind taking a punch in the way, and he has an excellent chin. And he'll be quite pleased the way things are going here.
In the second half of the round, Tszyu has roughed up Sharmba Mitchell. Well, that was interesting, and I think in the end, Tszyu's got a cut by the left eye. I wonder he was dabbing away at that after the head clash, and they're saying accidental head clash, Jim.
Yep, I didn't spot the clash. It looks like quite a bad cut. It's vertical, which is very unusual. But that looked like the clash there. Yep, that was a bad clash, purely unintentional. The referee spotted it well.
Well, recently the ice hockey players who usually appear in this arena were locked out in a dispute. Happily, they've let the fans in here, some of them getting in for the equivalent of £20 to see this great fight. That's excellent value. Good uppercut early there from Mitchell.
Mitchell must put a little bit more snap into his punches. He's pawing a little bit with the jab. The jab's landing, but he has to try to discourage this fellow with more power in his punches.
And as you watch this, you might wonder, how would Ricky Hatton get on with either of these two? It's something we have to just keep in mind as we watch it. Can hit hard with that left hook, and there it is again on the inside from Tszyu. And these punches, if they keep on raining in on the inside like this, will take something out of Mitchell, who's not managing to get on the balls of his feet and dance around and pop out his jab. Tszyu's not letting him do that. There's a right hand, and that just wobbled Mitchell a little bit. That went through to his knees, that one.
Well, Mitchell needed a good start, and he's not having one. This is Tsz유's kind of fight. He's got him in serious trouble here.
Big trouble. Doesn't know where he is and has to go down. Cumulative effect of those punches. Mitchell in trouble here in round two. Is he on the slide a little bit, I wonder, Mitchell? I thought when I saw him fight Mike Stewart in Manchester, Stewart hurt him a bit with some body shots in that fight, and Tszyu has certainly hurt him here. He's back after 22 months, and how?
And he's still flicking with the jab. He has to put some snap into this. That doesn't look like a balance thing. I just think he lost his balance. He wasn't hurt there. But Mitchell really is in serious trouble. There's that right hand again. He has no answer. He's not using the ring. He's staying too close. He's trying to slip punches when he should be getting out of there. High drama here. Mitchell strategically is just here fighting Tszyu's fight, standing in front of him, trying to wheel away, but in a battle of power, you'd think there'd be only one winner, unless Tszyu makes a very silly error. Well, two things. Mitchell has to move and use light punches. If you're going to stand your ground, you can't throw light punches. You have to make an impression and get some power into the shots. He's not been doing that. This is definitely Tszyu's kind of fight. Look at the crowd, Jim. They're on their feet, all of them. Nobody's sitting down. There's early drama in this fight. Tszyu cut, Mitchell down. Every time Tszyu lands cleanly, it's shaking Mitchell up. This is not the way Mitchell wants to box. Well, he said he was back at 100% in the build-up, Kostya Tszyu. We just wondered. But it looks like the fighter that we remember from a couple of years ago. Well, Tszyu's not always pretty to watch, but he knows how to take what the other guy's got away from him. That's what he's done here. A beautiful punch. Oh, left hook, and that one moved him off his feet just momentarily. Tszyu is in big control of this, and Mitchell's getting it all wrong. Well, he's just not fighting his fight, is he? But then Tszyu's not letting him. He's not being allowed to, as I'm saying. He's not always pretty, but he knows how to get close. He doesn't care about taking a punch in the way in. He knows how to intimidate opponents, and he's pretty much picked up where he left off in their last fight. Some beautiful punches landing. There's a beautiful left hook. Now this is the trouble that Mitchell got himself into and never really recovered from that. A disastrous round for Tszyu. Oh, look at that left hook as well. That was later in the round, and that could have put him down again. This is round 3. What a start here for the man regarded as the world #1, Kostya Tszyu, and he's showing here just why. Only beaten once in his whole career, 7 years ago, by Vince Phillips. Oh, and there's another right hand, decking Mitchell in round 3. This could be over soon the way it's going. He struggles to his feet in a laboured fashion, but he's woozy. He's in dreamland, I think, here, Mitchell, a bit now. He's trying to pump some life into those legs. Gets in with the right hand, it just bounces off the chin of Tszyu. It's a firestorm, isn't it? He's just doing exactly as he pleases. He's walking through what Sharmba Mitchell has got and getting his own punches on as though he has nothing whatsoever to worry about. Mitchell has to find some power to discourage this fellow, and I don't think he's got it. Some power and some movement. That's what he needs. That's what he's usually so good at. He's usually lightning quick, dancing around the ring, giving the other guy angles. But Tszyu knew what he was going to try and do, and he's just edged closer using jabs and then wheeled away with big hooks and vicious right hands as well. See, he's just so good at getting close. At times he looks a little bit ponderous, he looks easy to hit, but his right hand is so quick, and he gets his feet nice and close, and Mitchell just does not know what to do with him. Still pawing and flicking with the southpaw jab, and Tszyu is just walking right through it. Looks tentative as well he might do, Sharmba Mitchell, at this stage. Well, Mitchell needed a good start to give himself some confidence. He knew he was out of strength last time, and this is going pretty much the same way, only worse. Well, he couldn't have choreographed this return any better, I don't think, Kostya Tszyu. As the legs going again, every left hook that lands sends his legs up askew. Well, it's like the old cliche, he's got dynamite in those fists, Tszyu. There's no doubt about that. He walked onto a shot there from Mitchell, but Mitchell's shots seem to have no effect at all on him. He's just walking through him. There's another right hand. Now the body punches. He's just working him over in there, and the referee diving in here, and he'll have to take another count because the ropes were keeping him up.
Down again.
Well, I don't know if Mitchell has ever come back from this kind of disaster in a fight. He's a great on-top fighter, and on top he certainly is not tonight.
Down again, and it's over! The thunder from down under, indeed. Kostya Tszyu, what a return! That's why he's the world number one. He wins the big battle of the world's top two, and how?
Well, we've said he's in a class of his own. I think he's proved it tonight. We wondered about almost 2 years out of the ring, would there be ring rust? Quite the opposite. I've never seen him so devastating. Did everything right, took everything this fella had, took it away from him, didn't give him the room, didn't give him any space whatsoever, didn't bother about what he had, just he knew he had better, and he proved that. Wonderful performance from Kostya Tszyu.
Mitchell didn't fight a very smart fight though, did he? To be honest, not for a man that experienced and that good usually.
He wasn't allowed to. You have to remember, we were surprised when he faced Lovemore and Do how easy he was to hit. He doesn't have the speed, he doesn't have the reflexes that he used to have, and he doesn't have the power in his place. Every time a punch landed, you could see the effect. Wonderful right hand, look how quick. I mean, he should not be caught by straight right hand leads.
Ricky Hatton watching in the studio in London and wondering how he would fare against Kostya Tszyu. Now remember, the situation is, as you look at the way he demolishes Sharmba Mitchell, that Ricky is the mandatory challenger now. Now whether Kostya Tszyu goes that route or goes into a big money showdown, big TV fight with Arturo Gatti, which I think is what he wants to do, is another matter which will be discussed by various TV officials and promoters and managers.
But look at Mitchell here. I mean, this is a quality fighter. Okay, a little bit past his best, but he's just been completely destroyed.
What a return. Terrific performance from Tszyu.
Gentlemen, we have a time of 2 minutes, 48 seconds in round number 3. The winner by way of knockout, and still the IBF Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, Kostya Tszyu.
Well, he'd become the champion that time forgot. He'd vanished from the radar screens. We wondered whether we'd ever see him again. Some people doubted his right still to be the number one as things happened in his absence from the division. But he's back in the ring, and that's a big, big statement he's made there, demolishing Sharmba Mitchell. Here he is now with Jim Gray.